Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is probably going to hopefully be one of my most favorite vlogs I've ever made thus far. I am seeing my all-time favorite band, the band Priest, for the first time ever this weekend, and I'm so very excited. I've been a fan of Priest since they released their first song, and I've been dreaming of this moment literally since then. I think it was like 2015 or 2016. Can't really remember dates like that anymore. I'm getting old, but I'm very, very excited to see them. Every time that they have come to America, which is only a handful of times, the closest they have come towards where I live is 10 hours away in New York City. So I'm very excited that they're coming decently close to me. We are traveling to Atlanta to see them at the Masquerade, which I've never been to this venue before, but it is very iconic. I'm so freaking excited. You guys have no idea. This is like my favorite band ever. I am obsessed with them. So before we go, of course I have to figure out what I'm gonna wear because, you know, iconic, have to slay this concert. I'm so nervous for this concert, y'all. I've been anxious about going since I bought the tickets a couple weeks ago. I have bit all of the skin off of my bottom lip. That's like my anxious thing, like dermatillomania, if you know what that is. Like, I really rip all the skin on my lips when I'm anxious and pick on my skin, but my lips have gotten the brunt of it recently, so I apologize for how disgusting my mouth looks. I'm really trying to stop, but I'm so anxious about this show. I don't know what it is. I haven't been anxious about a show like this, I don't think, ever. Anyways, let me shut up and then we can start figuring out what I'm gonna wear to this. So what I'm thinking about doing is just like picking out the pieces that I think I'll be able to wear, and then trying it on because I am a freak and I don't want to just pack everything in my closet and then get there and be overwhelmed and on a time constraint. I just want to know what I gotta wear, have it, and just put it on and not have to think about it too much. Just alleviate as much stress from myself tomorrow as I possibly can. I'm stressed out, y'all. I'm really stressing about this. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure some things out, try some things on, and I'll come and show you guys what I am thinking. I think I found the outfit. I think this is what we're gonna go with, except for I'm not gonna wear this tartan pentagram top. One, because you can't see the pentagram whenever I wear the harness, so I think I'm gonna switch it out with this, which is just like a bra that is cheetah print. So if you see the vision without, I don't want to have to put all this stuff on, but it'll look like this with the PVC skirt and the harness and the fishnet, and then I'm gonna wear fishnets on my legs as per usual. From the back, made it to your room. I will explain in a second, but first I wanted to show you guys our view, which is kind of insane. This is our view. Beautiful, beautiful Atlanta. Sun is trying to come out, but it's been raining. So basically, let me fill you guys in. I called and requested early check-in yesterday and was told to call today to get that confirmed, but they had requested it. I call at 11 a.m. They tell me to call a little bit later, around 12:15. I call around 12:15. They basically tell me that they have a room for me, but my card declined. I put another card in. That card declined. I put a third card in. That one went through. But then, after he told me, we have a room for you guys at 1 o'clock, which they also threatened to cancel the whole entire reservation because the card declined. But anyways, so they said we had a room, and then as soon as my card goes through, he says we don't have a room, but we have you on the waiting list. So when you get here, tell them your name and you're on the waiting list. This lamp is broken, I'm sorry. So we get here, I tell them that, and they're just the rudest people you could ever imagine. Just no, wouldn't even let me finish my sentence. Just being so blatantly rude. I'm like, please let me speak and like explain what I've been through. They wouldn't allow that. So they put me on a waiting list. We sat there for 2 hours, almost 2 hours, and I just decided, fine, I'm just gonna start doing my makeup in the lobby. So as soon as I started doing that, that's when they wanted to get a room. But even then, I heard one of the girls come up to the front desk person saying we have 5 single queen rooms available. That is what we requested and had a reservation for. Did she let us in? No. So it has been absolute living hell. We have not ate because we got food because our reservation was for 1. And I'm not gonna eat right now because I take priority in my makeup first and then I will eat. But this trip has been a living hell. It wasn't supposed to rain. It's pouring rain, on and off, lightning, thunder, all of this insanity. So yeah, basically if you're ever in Atlanta and you think about coming to the Holiday Inn on Cone Street, don't ever do it. It's not worth it. It's the worst thing you could possibly do to yourself. Alright, enough of me talking. Just watch me do my makeup. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I just did my hair very quickly. We literally have to leave right now. So yeah, it's raining outside too. So wish me luck with my makeup. After this, it should be all iPhone footage because they won't let me bring my camera in. So see you guys at the venue.
We are a priest. It's called a signal in the night. It's getting hot in here. take off all your clothes. We continue with another song from Let It All. It's called Blacklisted. Just a miserable figure called Mercury. Next on my show! To the city, I got midnight safari. You're beautiful as ever! Never seen one of you. But now it's time for an oldie yet a goodie. My show. That's what I call a guitar solo. The next song has three meanings to me. One when I wrote it, another one on the road for real life, another has a third meaning to me, but I hope every one of you can have your own meaning to the next song. It's called History in the Maestro! Please, and we will be back. Thank you,
Hi, I am home, as you guys can tell, and I'm so very excited to tell you guys all of the details of my experience seeing my all-time favorite band, the band Priest. This show was top tier. Probably the best show of my entire life, I'm gonna be honest. And I've seen a handful of bands and nothing compares to this, but I do think I'm biased. Okay, so after the whole hotel fiasco, we headed obviously to the venue and we stood in line. We got there at around 4:30. We really couldn't find the venue, had to ask some random people on the street where it was, and then finally found it. So we stood in line for about 2.5 hours and actually had some great conversation with the people around us standing in line. They were really nice and pretty interesting people, so that was a really good way to pass the time. Because I made friends with the two guys in front of us, when we got into the venue, they kind of had a little bit of space towards the middle side, and he was like, come on in. Like, I already told him beforehand, I'm just going to watch Priest at the front, and then after that I'm just going to head towards the back because I'm chronically ill. I can't stand that long. So he knew that situation and he had a spot for me and let me take it, and he was really amazing for that. So thanks, bro. Appreciate that so much. The show started and I just immediately couldn't contain myself, started bawling immediately. This is my favorite band and I have waited 4 years to see them, and it all just kind of built up and I couldn't take it anymore. And as soon as Sulfur stepped foot on stage, I was just like, I can't do this. Meatloaf really wants to be a part of this video right now. So yeah, they play the show. It's amazing. His interactions with me were just top tier. He sang to me multiple times. He held my hand. He touched my head during Obey, at the end of Obey. And just an amazing, amazing person. And it was so good. It was such a good show. His stage presence was immaculate. He really lit up the stage, and his dance moves were just, as you guys have seen in the footage, I tried to keep all of them in because I was just like, these are so cutie, love that. So after their set had ended, I was actually deceased. I felt like I couldn't move. As you guys heard before, I didn't eat or drink anything before the show, which I highly, highly do not recommend that, especially if you're chronically ill like myself. I seriously thought during vaudeville I was going to perish. Like, I was leaning over that barricade, like starting to dry heave. So do not do what I did. So I started heading towards the back of the venue to check out all of the merch tables because I glanced at them on the way in, but you know, immediately to the barricade, didn't have time to do that. So we went and they had an amazing selection for Priest. They had 3 shirts to choose from. The one that I really wanted, the green one, which I'll show you guys footage of while I'm talking about this, but the green one was the one I had my heart set on, but unfortunately they had sold out of them and had taken it down during their set. So we picked up the other 2 shirts that they had available, and then, which I totally forgot to mention, I'll show you right now, he threw 2 picks towards me. One I didn't catch, but Austin ended up picking up, and the second one I didn't catch either. I just hopped over the barricade and grabbed it. And so we're standing by the merch table and I'm just chilling there, sitting on the ground. I can't really remember if I've sat or stood at this point. Basically, we're just chilling by the Priest merch table watching Julian K, which is the second band, play. And we're just sitting there chilling, and a guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, thank you so much for jamming out with us. And I was just like, yeah, cool, what's up? Thanks, yeah, it was a great show, right? And I didn't think anything of it because I am not a sleuther. I don't go on Reddit, I don't go on websites and look for the identity of Priest at all. I've never done that. I don't care to do that. They don't prefer their identities to be well known, and I respect that. So I don't go out of my way looking for it. And turns out this guy is the guitarist for Priest, and I'm just sitting there thinking he's just some bro that was standing behind me at the show that enjoyed it as well. And then he hands me a pic and he's like, yeah, thank you like so much for the support. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, yeah. And then like when he hands me the pic, I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then he quickly walks away. And then Austin, I'm obviously, you guys know I have really bad anxiety, so I'm not the one to go up to someone and strike up a conversation. So Austin is. He went over to him and just started asking him, like, who are you, blah, blah, blah. And then he got the answer that he was the guitarist. And we had another short conversation after that, shook his hand, and thanked him for being a part of a band that means so much to me and going on tour and all that stuff. So yeah, that was actually amazing. He was a really, really sweet guy, and he ended up just standing there for the rest of the show, getting drinks and enjoying Julian K and Powerman 5000 perform, which was so awesome just to see other bands supporting other bands. So we're sitting there watching Julian K. I'm on the ground because I feel like I'm gonna die, and they put up that green shirt, but they put smalls only, and like I was like, I have to have that shirt. So we got that shirt, and it fits actually really well. I got a large in the other two shirts, and then obviously I had to get a small in that one. There was no other choice, but I thought their merch was so cute, and of course I had to have everything. So we're sitting there watching Julian K, and Austin is talking on and off with the guitarist, and I had already stalked Priest's Instagram, their tagged section of their Instagram, and watched people's videos and pictures from their previous shows on the tour thus far, and almost every single show I had seen that Mercury came out masked and was taking photos with people. So that was something I was really looking forward to and anticipating. And basically Austin was like, hey, she's seen this, is this gonna happen tonight? Like, if not, we'd really like to head home. She's like a sick person, but if so, like, we would really look like, obviously she's gonna stay. So he was very sweet and said, yeah, he's gonna come out after Powerman is done with their set. But once I heard that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stick it through. So yeah, Powerman finishes their set, and I'm just chilling there watching everybody walk out. I turn around, and there's a guy standing in front of Priest's merch table, and I just look at him and I'm like, do I know you? You look a little familiar. And then he goes, and his mouth just like gave it away. Like, that's the only identifying feature that I know very well of Mercury, is his mouth, because they used to have this like helmet mask where the bottom half of his mouth was exposed, and I just know that mouth. That's so weird to say, but I just know that mouth. And then Austin was talking to him, and I'm like and then Austin comes up to me and he's like, do you want to meet the man? Do you want to meet the man? He's over there. Do you want to meet the man? And I'm like, I don't know if I want to meet the man, but I have to meet the man. So I go over there, and he puts out his hand, and he's like, thank you so much for supporting us. And then I'm just going to keep the rest of our conversation private, because, you know, those are the only things I get to hold on to, and it was a very special moment for me, and I'd like to keep that to myself. But I will tell you that he did tell me that there is going to be some new music coming very, very soon. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but if I'm not, sorry. Allegedly there's some new music coming very soon. I don't know. But yeah, it was a very sweet moment. He was very patient and kind and just inviting. He did not have his mask on. I don't think I said that. He didn't have his mask on. So that's why I was like, do I know you? Because he didn't have the mask on, which I was not expecting at all. And I remember telling him, like, I don't sleuth. I don't know what any of y'all look like. I don't know any of your identities. I'm sorry if I'm just like at you, because this is just like a lot for me to take in. And he was just like laughing and like, yeah, don't worry about it. So yeah, then I'm in the conversation with him, and some random guy just interrupts me and starts talking to him, and that was like our way out. I was just like, okay, this is gonna get really overwhelming for him really, really fast, because there were surprisingly a lot of Priest fans at the show. So I just, you know, shook his hand again and said thank you, and we headed on our walk through downtown Atlanta back home to the hotel, at least not home, but to the hotel. And yeah, I immediately started bawling my eyes out the moment I stepped foot out of that venue, just because it was a very surreal moment. And it's like, if you guys ever get the opportunity to meet your favorite artist, ugh, it's weird. It's a feeling I can't even really describe. Priest is just an amazing band, and if I ever made, like, I always say that if I ever made music, I would want it to sound exactly the way that they have made music. And, you know, that's just like the sound I love so much, and they've created that sound. So I just admire them so much for that, because, oh, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, that was my whole experience meeting the band Priest, seeing them live for the first time. Priest, if you're ever watching this, which I highly doubt that you are, but if you're watching this right now, thank you so much for everything that you do. I am your biggest fan, might be your poorest fan, but I am your biggest fan. Love you so much, and if you ever need someone to be in a music video, I am right here. I will work for free for you. Like, whatever you need, I will get there. You need me to go to Sweden? I'll be there on the next flight. Whatever you need. Pick me, choose me, love me. Okay? I'm not a freak, I swear. Love ya. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss another upload. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.